What would you do if inheriting millions made your former best friend want to destroy your life? I never thought inheriting $2.3 million would make me fear for my life. My name is Madison Cole, and 3 months ago I became the sole beneficiary of Robert and Patricia Harrison's estate. They were my godparents, my second parents, the couple who raised me alongside their own daughter when my mother died of cancer when I was 7 years old. Patricia held my hand through middle school heartbreaks. Robert taught me to drive. They paid for half my college tuition when my dad's business went under. They were at my wedding. They were in the delivery room when my son Levi was born. They never missed a birthday or a school play or a soccer game. Their biological daughter Sienna was my best friend once, back when we were kids running through sprinklers in their backyard and sharing secrets under blankets at sleepovers. But that girl disappeared somewhere around her 25th birthday, replaced by someone I barely recognized. Someone who saw her parents as ATMs instead of people, who only called when she needed money, who brought boyfriends to family dinners, who would scope out what valuables might be worth stealing later. The final break happened 8 years ago in 2017. Sienna had been dating this guy named Derek, a wannabe crypto investor who talked big about making millions but worked part-time at a vape shop. He convinced Sienna he had this can't-miss opportunity, some new cryptocurrency that was definitely going to be the next Bitcoin, but he needed $50,000 to really make it work. Sienna didn't have $50,000. But she knew who did. She showed up at her parents' house one afternoon when they were both at their weekly volunteer shift at the food bank. She knew where they kept the spare key, knew the code to their safe. She took $50,000 in cash that Robert had withdrawn for a kitchen renovation, and she left a note that said she was borrowing it and would pay them back triple within 6 months. 6 months later, the cryptocurrency was worthless and Derek was gone. Sienna never paid back a cent. When Robert and Patricia confronted her, she screamed at them that it was their fault for not believing in her, that they had always loved me more than her anyway, that she never wanted to see them again. And she kept that promise for 8 years. 8 years during which I had Sunday dinners with Robert and Patricia every week. 8 years during which I brought Levi over to bake cookies with his grandma Patricia and build model airplanes with Grandpa Robert. 8 years during which they helped me through my divorce, watched Levi when I had to work late shifts at the hospital where I work as a surgical nurse, took us on vacation to the lake house they owned in the mountains. 8 years during which Patricia's heart condition worsened and Robert's Alzheimer's diagnosis came and went from manageable to severe. 8 years during which I coordinated their doctor appointments, organized their medications, held Patricia while she cried about not recognizing her own husband some days, stayed up nights making sure Robert didn't wander out of the house in confusion.